was staying on security matters. In January 2021, President Muhammadu Buhari announced the appointment of new service chiefs to lead the fight against insurgency and other security challenges facing the country. This development came after the resignation of the service chiefs and their retirement from service. They were replaced with Major General Leo Irabo as Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Aya Tahiru as Chief of Army Staff, Rear Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Vice Marshal I.O. Amo, Chief of Air Staff. The military has engaged several battles with Boko Haram insurgents and terrorists, with calls for resignation of service chiefs from different quarters, even the National Assembly. Now let's talk about the journey so far since the appointment. Former Chairman, Interparty Advisory Council, Shittu Kabir. He joins us from Abuja. Good to have you join us.
Good to have you. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Good afternoon. It is almost 1 year. I think, if I remember correctly, the service chiefs were appointed on January the 26th last year. And apart from Farouk Yahaya, who is the chief of Army Staff, that came in May, but they were all appointed in January last year. But that was after a lot of people called for the sack of the previous service chiefs. But when you look at 1 year after, what would you say the impact of the new service chiefs has been on insurgency, especially in the Northeast?
Yes, the appointment of the new service chief by its commander-in-chief is a routine process, and it is normal in the services for you to engage and change commanders at time that necessary. And changing and bringing in General Irabo, may so rest in peace, Yahya Atahiru, before Yahya coming. You will find out that as soon as the new people were put in, first of all, you look at the combatant change, and you start having these insurgents even fighting among themselves, and at the end of the day, many are now surrendering. You find out that when these new chiefs comes in, the strategy change in the area of socio-economic of the area. They've been able to now move people back to their farm, and people are now going back to their villages and towns, which they are recovering every day. And because of the new strategy, you find out that there's more motivation of the military personnel, and this motivation has put them to be able to also put much effort in this combat. And in the area of training, they've changed. There are more training now, and I believe you can see that about 3,000 new recruits took place. So there are a lot of strategies that have changed, and for us, we believe that they are doing creditably well, and it is for us civilians to also cooperate and those that involve give information that will lead to this getting the insurgents.
So you think that they've done well in terms of fighting insurgency, the war against insurgency in the Northeast, but let's also talk about banditry in the Northwest. And people are sort of divided as to the origins of banditry. Some people believe that this is a splinter group of the Boko Haram, of terrorism, but others say, look, they are a standalone group that should be dealt with decisively. But how do you think that we have fared, or do you think that the government has done well in terms of the fight against kidnapping and banditry in the Northwest?
It's not loud.
All right, so I was asking you, the other challenge we're facing in the country today is banditry in the Northwest. I was asking how you think that the government has fared in terms of how it has dealt with bandits and kidnappers.